Hi, my name is Katie Grant and I'm a senior advertising major. I think the most impactful project that I've done in my English coursework here at Virginia Tech has been the feature story that I did as part of my Words and Pictures class. I think it was a really impactful project because I remind myself why I used to really be so interested in writing before I went into advertising. It was a really great refresher. I think in just going through the process of the preliminary research and then having my interview with Stephen, who was just such a wonderful person to talk to, and he had so much great advice. And then following that with a few rounds of editing and revision, just the whole process was really enjoyable for me, and I think I learned a lot and improved my own writing. And I think just generally Stephen was such a great resource as I'm graduating college and entering into the professional world, and he had such great advice about how communication and the skills you learn in your English classes can really help you in all different areas and how to kind of take those skills with you as you enter the workforce.